Welcome back to the car update. When you first hear the name 2026 Firebird Trans Am, something happens immediately. Even before seeing the car, the name alone brings emotion. It brings memories of classic American muscle, bold styling, V8 rumble, long hoods, rear-wheel drive attitude, and a time when cars had personality that could be recognized from a block away. Now imagine that legendary badge, returning in a modern form. The 2026 Firebird Trans Am, while not an officially confirmed GM production model, has become one of the most talked about dream revival concepts among muscle car fans. Whether through custom builders, tribute projects, or modern reinterpretation, the Trans Am name still carries serious power in the automotive world. And when you first look at what a 2026 version could be, it feels like the past and future shaking hands. The front design is where the drama begins. A modern Firebird Trans Am would need presence, and plenty of it. Wide front fascia, sharp LED headlights, aggressive lower intakes, and a low slung nose give it instant road authority. You can imagine signature split grille styling mixed with modern aero shaping. It would look mean without trying too hard. Then there is the hood. No Trans Am feels complete without an aggressive hood treatment. Whether it's a functional shaker, scoop, raised power dome, or sculpted air extractor design, the hood would be central to the identity. This is the kind of car where the hood alone tells people what it is. From the side, the proportions matter even more. Long hood, short, rear deck, wide shoulders, low roofline, that classic Pontiac car. Formula still works because it gives the car motion even while standing still. A 2026 Firebird Trans Am would likely keep those proportions while adding larger wheels, wider fenders, flush body lines, and sharper surfaces. The stance would be everything it needs to look planted, ready, muscular, and that's exactly what enthusiasts expect. Now move toward the rear, and this is where a modern Trans Am could become unforgettable. Slim LED taillights stretching wide across the rear, aggressive diffuser styling, quad exhaust outlets, and a subtle ducktail spoiler would blend retro inspiration with modern muscle car attitude. It should look like something that belongs equally at a car meet or under city lights late at night. Then there is color. This badge deserves iconic paint choices. Gloss black with gold. Accents, deep red, metallic. Pearl white with black trim, dark blue. Pearl, classic silver dot, and of course, black and gold tribute styling that instantly reminds enthusiasts of legendary Trans Ams from the late 1970s. Step inside, and the cabin should continue that same theme of heritage meeting modern performance. The 2026 Firebird Trans Am interior would need to feel driver-focused. Bucket sport seats with premium leather or Alcantara surfaces, contrast stitching, embossed logos, and strong side bolstering would create the right atmosphere. You sit low in the car, looking over a long hood that matters. Because muscle cars are not just about power, they are about how they make you feel in the seat. The steering wheel would likely be thick-rimmed, flat-bottomed, or performance-shaped with paddle shifters depending on transmission choice. A fully digital instrument cluster could display classic retro gauge themes for speedometer and tachometer while still delivering modern information. The center screen would handle navigation, media, performance pages, camera views, and drive settings, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Premium. Audio, wireless charging, multiple USB-C ports, dual zone climate control. All the things buyers expect now, but wrapped in a cabin that still feels emotional rather than sterile. Rear seats would likely be usable but compact. As with most performance coupes, this would still be a 2+2 style machine, focused mainly on the front seat. Driving experience. Now let's talk about the heart of the machine, because if the Firebird Trans Am returns, it must have power worthy of the badge. A realistic modern version would likely use a front-engine rear-wheel drive platform similar to GM muscle architecture. That means potential V8 options are the obvious path. Enthusiasts would expect something in the range of a naturally aspirated or supercharged V8 producing serious horsepower. Imagine a 6.2-liter V8 with 455 horsepower in standard form. Then imagine a higher trim with 600+ horsepower. That is exactly the territory where the Trans Am name belongs. The engine note would need to be deep, aggressive, Unmistakably American. Cold starts. Should shake the morning air. Idle should pulse. Acceleration should feel physical, because electric quickness is impressive. But classic muscle torque has a different emotional weight. Press the throttle from a stop, and the rear should squat slightly as power transfers backward. That moment is what muscle car fans live for. Now, imagine taking the 2026 Firebird Trans Am onto an open road. The first thing you notice would be torque. Strong pull from low RPM, effortless passing power. An acceleration that feels muscular rather than frantic. At highway speed, the car should settle into a constant cruise. Engine rumble, slow in the background, having calm, in conversation. Steering stable planted. Then you see an empty, on-dash ramp dot, downshift, throttle, opens, the exhaust picks up. And suddenly, the car reminds you exactly what it was built for. Modern suspension tuning would be crucial. Unlike older muscle cars, a 2026 Trans Am would need to corner with confidence too. Adaptive dampers, wider tires, performance brakes, and electronic limited-slip differential systems could transform a straight-line bruiser into a genuinely capable sportsman. Steering would ideally be heavier and sporty. Lighter in tour mode, Dyja modes could include tours for daily comfort, sport, for sharper throttle and handling. Track for maximum aggression, wet mode for safety, custom mode for personal settings, braking performance would need to match the engine, large Brembo-style multi-piston calipers, and modern abs tunes to make the car usable at serious speed. Now let's talk about technology, because modern muscle buyers want both emotion and convenience. The 2026 Firebird Trans Am will likely feature adaptive cruise control blind spot monitoring lane keep, assist 360 telemetry launch, console heads-up display, smartphone controls. This makes matter, because buyers today want nostalgia with no sound. Economy would not be the main selling point, but cylinder deactivation or mild pilot assistance could help make a V8 more practical for daily use. Yes, some people would ask about an electric version. Could it happen? Possible. But for many enthusiasts, Trans Am Soul is deeply connected to combustion, sound, and rear driving. That emotional link is hard to replace. Now, let's talk price. If officially produced, the 2026 Firebird Trans Am would likely sit in premium muscle car territory. A base V8 model might start around the equivalent of modern performance peak pricing. While loaded special editions and horsepower, Trans could climb significantly higher. Custom coachway versions already discussed online could see $100,000 platform modifications. But buyers interested in this car are not only buying transportation, they're buying identity, or buying nostalgia made modern. They are buying a car that turns heads at gas stations and starts conversations, parking lots, and that has value no spreadsheet can measure. Now emotionally, this is where the Firebird Trans Am wins, because some cars are efficient, some are practical, some are fast, but only a few feel like legends before they even arrive. The Firebird Trans Am is one of those names. At the end of the day, the 2026 Firebird Trans Am represents more than specs, horsepower, or quarter mile. It represents the idea that cars can still have attitude, that design can still be bold, that engines can still stir something inside you, driving can still feel exciting. Before you even start the engine, this legend truly returns in any serious form. It won't need to explain itself. One look, one startup, one pull down an empty road, and everyone will understand.